Hey guys, Casper here. Wanted to go over some of the settings with the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick. This is the software that came with the joystick. If you threw away the CD, you can always download it from Logitech's website. Anyway, it just gives you the layout of the joystick and the couple of things that I found helpful here was um, in the device where it says print device layout. This gives you a clear-cut picture and a layout of all the buttons on the joystick. And they're hard to see actually just looking at the joystick. It's You have to look really hard to see the numbers. So this gives you a better layout. It's easy to see. It'll print out like this. Now this was scanned back in my computer. It actually prints out a lot clearer than this, but that's what it'll look like. And then something else is go to the game controllers and properties, and there you can test out your joystick to make sure everything's functioning correctly. There's the POV. You can see what button that is. The joystick itself, as it moves around, that should always fall back to center. The throttle button, which I'll refer to as the flip switch, there's that. And then the handle twist, which most of the time I think most people will use that for the rudders, left and right. Anyway, that's that. Okay, guys, here are the key bindings in JET for the 3D Pro. What I did was I bound the throttle up, throttle down to the WS key on the keyboard, and that's because I never could get the joystick throttle flip switch, what I call it. It never would work correctly. It would either be full throttle or no throttle, and you never could control it all the way. And then plus, when I would get in a land vehicle, the accelerator would always be wide open. So there's some kind of conflict there. I don't know what. Maybe it's some key I overlooked. But anyway, by clearing these keys on the joystick and binding them, the WS to the keyboard works out great, and everything functions properly. The yaw right and left is the twist feature on the joystick, which I set those with the joystick. It's set easy enough. The pitch down, up, right, left, I think I had to set that with the joystick as well. It all worked good. I don't remember if there was keys over here, but I did clear them if there was, just so there was no more conflicts. I don't know if I needed to or not, but I did. The afterburner I have on the left shift. Toggle chase camera C, I think that's a stock setting. I did use the left alt hold for free look, and then use the POV switch for the free looks. I had to program those in, set those. None of these keys conflict with anything, and you can also use the mouse. But this works really well is where you can have your left hand on the keyboard and your right hand never has to leave the joystick, and you can do all your controls there. The rest of these buttons are just kind of random. I don't have the missiles or the flares, but these buttons are they're all right to the top of the joystick and accessible with your thumb, so it seems like it would be for easy operation. As I get those features, I'll try them out. I'm sure they'll work just good. In the helicopter, the throttle does work. In fact, I think you can bind everything to the joystick in the helicopter. Everything seems to function, but I don't like all the buttons on the joystick, so I went ahead and stuck with the WS and cleared those keys. And for whatever reason, even if you have this keyed in with the joystick, in the helicopter it doesn't interfere with the vehicle. So I don't know what's going on there, but bottom line is this works for me, so that's what I did. Same thing here. I had to put those in. No conflict with keys on this. Um, Same thing here. I used the alt, left alt for the hold for the free look, and bound the rest of these to the joystick. And the rest of these same thing. As I get more features, I'll use them. The only thing is the fire button. They call it pad up. That is the center trigger at the top, the pull trigger at the top of the joystick, which or at the front of the joystick. What you would think is always the trigger to pull for guns. Anyway, it's called pad up for whatever reason. Same thing in the jet, pad up. But that's what that key is. Anyway, um, the jet seems to work perfectly fine now, and the helicopter as well. I don't get any conflict with any other keys on the vehicles. Um, there's one other thing I think here. I cleared all keys for enter and exit the vehicle, and I used the keyboard because sometimes if you hit one of these buttons, you'll pop out. I don't know if I did it in the helicopter, uh, but either way it goes, in the jet I did for sure. Um, yeah, see, I would say go ahead and clear that button. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Because what happens is if you hit that by accident, you get shot out of the vehicle. So anyway, that's it. Same thing over here. To enter and exit E, use the keyboard. It all seems to work really well. And I'll do a little flying around to show you the responsiveness of the joystick. Anyway, that's it. Okay guys, so I thought I'd hop in a server and just show you how the jet handles with the settings that I had that we went over earlier. Jet seems to handle pretty well. There's a hard turn. Now this is throttle on full, no afterburner. Uh, Here is a POV shot. Kind of take around and look around. This is about the speed that it works. So you want to take a quick peek, see where the enemies are. Looks like it works pretty cool. Again, POV, looking up, looking down. Pretty cool. Um, Throw a little afterburner, do a loop. Ooh, there we go. Now this is me turning on the handle. That's a full hard turn. Again, full hard turn. But it seems very responsive. There's the rudders. That's the twist feature on it. See how close I can come to this pole. Whoa. Anyway, you can see how it handles. That's it. Hopefully this is helpful to some of you guys that have the 3D Pro. Like I said, this jet's flying with the settings that I showed you guys earlier. Seems to work out pretty good. I'll hop into a helicopter in a minute and we'll take a look at that. Hey guys, just wanted to show you the helicopter, how it handles with the joystick. Um, Handles fairly well. Here's the rudder twist feature. This is about the speed in which it turns. Just give you an idea. And again, this is using the settings that I have in the we went over earlier. Pretty much controlling the speed with the WS keys. You can bank a little bit with this. You just gotta be careful not too much. But if you're circling a target, you know, the rudder feature comes in handy. Um, Here's your POV if you're looking around for enemies. That's with the POV alt like I had earlier in the jet. When you let go, it always goes back to center, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, like I said, this is just it. I want to show you guys how the joystick handles with the settings that we went over earlier. Good luck, good flying.